So there could be something that you know that you're the best at. Like you have this deep inner knowing either that you are the best at something or that you could be the best at something, and you're not delusional about this, okay? But I'm getting that, like, I keep hearing like sour notes, okay? So it could literally be like you were performing something that you think that, you should have been able to execute perfectly, like, playing an instrument, or like if like if you're on a team or something and your team like relies upon you in like clutch moments or whatever. It could be with gaming or whatever, and if you are sort of like that upset about it, that's valid too, right? But it's just getting something that like you are very perfectionistic about, um and other people may not necessarily perceive you in that way because maybe you're not like the most organized in every way or something like that, but there's certain things that you are a perfectionist about. This could have to do with, like, I don't know, like even your physical appearance, or if you're a runner, like you run every day, and something like interfering with your ability to perform at like your peak or whatever. And I'm getting this sort of descending mindset of, oh, I'm losing my touch, or I'm falling off, or I'm losing all my progress, or like, you know, it's like a bruised ego sort of thing of like, oh, if I was actually as good as I thought I was, then X, Y, or Z wouldn't have happened. And I'm getting that, like, this message isn't even about trying to explain, like, oh, the spiritual lesson behind why tripped up a little bit, because that's kind of irrelevant, right? I mean, I guess, like, I guess it's sort of meant to show you, or like give you the chance, I guess, to consciously decide that something is important enough for you to keep pursuing, or that you're like doing something for the right reasons, that you double down on it, and you believe in yourself enough to sort of be like, what I mean? Even if, like, I don't know, Mozart or Beethoven or whatever, like, missed a note or whatever, they're still legendary. You know what I mean? Uh, like, do we, like, because like historically or whatever, it's highly possible that, a lot of individuals that we perceive to be like the greats or like geniuses or the best at whatever they did, still sort of like made a mistake once, like, I don't know, like Einstein still probably had to, like, I don't know, like erase and redo equations sometimes, you know what I mean? It's stuff like that. So I'm just like, I guess this is just confirmation that you are as good at this thing as you think that you are, regardless of if like people around you are like, oh, blah 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 blah. If like people are trying to talk down on you or sort of like cut you down to size, you have to understand that those people were waiting for an opportunity because they were threatened and intimidated by you. Like they were waiting for you to mess up. And then, obviously, if they use it like psychological warfare on you to convince you that you are like not as good as you think that you are, then you would give up or fall off, or it's sort of like a weird form of heckling, right? It's like they're an op and they don't want you to do good because for some reason they're under the impression that, if you self-sabotage and give up because you get too much in your head, then they'd have a chance of taking your place, which I'm getting that they would never even be able to anyway. I'm sort of getting this image. It was like I randomly saw this video. This is a few days ago. Of this person posting that, like, I guess they were like in the Olympics and they got a silver medal, but they were so far behind the person that got the gold medal. I think there was like a swimming thing to where it like looked like the person who got first place was like in the race by themselves, to where like second and third place almost like didn't even come on screen yet when they finished. And so that's what it's giving, is like you are whatever this thing is, okay? Um it could even be in regards to like competitive, I don't know, like if you're trying to, it's something, I don't know, it's anything competitive, or like if you're trying to get a job or whatever. It could be like you missed one question but you still did way better than everybody else. But yeah, it's just giving that, like, regardless of any mistake that you made or trip, like it's in, like, I'm also getting like, say, yeah, you are like a runner and you trip, but you are so far ahead of everybody else that even after you trip, you're able to like restabilize yourself and still like beat everybody. It's giving that sort of energy, you know. And this could apply to anything. So I don't know if like say you had like a business and you like tried to do something creative or attempt something, or I don't know if there's like I don't know, it's just giving something that you attempted to do or experiment with, or just like I don't know, it's just sort of like a hiccup in regards to the otherwise like Midas touch effect that you have. And it doesn't mean that you don't have the Midas touch in regards to this thing. It just means that like I don't know. Again, don't really worry too much about what it means. It's just giving you an opportunity to be like, you know what, regardless of this, I know I'm still the best and this doesn't change how I see things. Um, and doubling down on that self-confidence energy is going to take you extremely far, because I'm getting that like if you keep progressing with this thing, you are going to reach the next level, whatever that means in regards to what this is. And there will be people who are intentionally trying to challenge you or bring you down for some reason. People like getting triggered for whatever reason, who knows, you know what I mean? So like you kind of have to maintain the mindset. Again, I think I mentioned this in the older video like a few weeks ago or something like that, where there was this thing of like I think like Cristiano Ronaldo or whatever talking about something. Like I think he like I don't know the exact thing, but it was something about like, oh, people harping on him like missing one goal or something, even though he still has made more in that season than like literally anybody else, like far more. But like why aren't they focused on like all of that? They only want to focus on the one mistake that they made, you know what I mean? So again, you're still the best and don't worry about that. Don't get in your head, because right now like literally the only thing that can interfere with like your current trajectory is your own mind and you self-sabotaging. And it's almost like I don't know, like nefarious energies kind of know that, you know, like the literal obstacles are gone, you know, the any doors that were proverbially or literally closed to you before are wide open. You know, there is no ceiling to where you can go in regards to this, right? um the momentum is there, the path is clear, you know. It's sort of like if you're, you know, the only thing that can, you know, mess things up is if you like intentionally like swerve, you know what I mean? Because just for some random reason, you know, that like weird, that like sense of like that weird feeling if you're like at a high point and then there's like that thought of like you know, like leaping or whatever. um you don't have to leap, you could just like sit down and chill, or like you know what I mean, just like just don't crash out about it, basically. Try to learn from it, I guess. I don't think you need to like change your strategy or anything significantly. You just need to sort of like calm yourself. Don't be reactive. Don't feel like you need to like you know, change everything because of it, or like rethink everything. You kind of just need to return to what you were doing before. And you'll fall back into the flow of whatever this is. I think that like overreacting at this time would not be advantageous. Just focus on the little things, like the minor refinements in some way, you know. So I used to play violin, right? So instead of being like, oh, I need to get like a whole new violin, or I need to go from practicing 2 hours a day to 5 hours a day, right? Don't do anything like that. It's more so, you know, I don't know, you know, I don't know, like take your time tuning a little slower or whatever. I don't know, get some new rosin for your bow, you know, take some deep breaths before, like do some stretches, you know. It's like you need to focus on like the little things instead of trying to do some like overarching um drastic changes, because those are unnecessary, because you're already like, you know, it's basically like you've already been crowned in regards to this thing. Is you kind of just need to um like stabilize yourself and then keep walking and keep going.